Ever wondered why some men just seem to have that je ne sais quoi, that magnetic charm that draws people in without them even trying? Well, buckle up, because today, Grandma's here to spill the tea on what makes a man truly attractive. And trust me, it's not about chiseled abs or fancy cars. It's something much deeper, much more primal, and way more fascinating. So grab your favorite cup of tea or coffee if you're feeling adventurous. Sit back and let Grandma break it down for you. Welcome back to Grandma's Vibes, where we dive into life's little mysteries with warmth, wisdom, and a touch of humor. Today, we're talking about something that's been on everyone's mind at some point. What makes a man truly attractive? Now, before you jump to conclusions, this isn't about superficial stuff like looks or money. Nope. Grandma's digging deeper than that. We're talking about those subtle, unconscious signals that scream confidence, charisma, and high value. And they're hiding in plain sight. You might be surprised to learn that these traits aren't reserved for Hollywood stars or Instagram influencers. In fact, you probably already possess at least one of them, but chances are you don't even realize it. So whether you're here to boost your own self-awareness or understand what makes someone else tick, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll see attraction in a whole new light. Sign number 1. People unintentionally mirror your gestures and posture. Let's start with the first sign. People mirror your gestures and posture without realizing it. Picture this. You're sitting across from someone at lunch, and suddenly, they lean back in their chair moments after you do. Or maybe you scratch your jaw, and 2 seconds later, they're doing the exact same thing. No, they're not mocking you or trying to copy you. It's something far more instinctual. This phenomenon is rooted in biology. When someone mirrors your body language, their subconscious is essentially saying, I trust you, I like you, I want to align myself with you. It's a primal response, one that happens automatically when someone feels drawn to your energy. And here's the kicker, you didn't have to say a word. Just by existing in your natural state, you set the rhythm for the room. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a group setting and noticed how the vibe shifts? Not because you made a grand entrance, but because your presence alone seemed to sync everyone up. That's the power of being a high-value individual. You lead without demanding attention, and others naturally fall into step behind you. Here's an example from Grandma's own life. Back in my younger days, I used to host Sunday dinners for the neighborhood kids. One day, I noticed something funny. Whenever I leaned forward to serve dessert, everyone else would lean forward too. At first, I thought it was just coincidence, but over time, I realized it was more than that. My energy was setting the tone, and the kids were responding to it without even realizing it. So, if you've ever caught someone mirroring your movements, whether it's nodding along with you or taking a sip of water right after you did, take it as a compliment. Their brain has decided that you're worth following, and that's a powerful form of attraction. Sign number 2. Friends and strangers alike. Seek your input before decisions. Now, on to the second sign. People seek your input before making decisions. Ever been out with friends when someone asks, "Where should we eat?" only for all eyes to land on you? Or maybe you're in a group chat and everyone waits for your reply before finalizing plans. Even at work, someone you barely talk to might approach you and ask, "What do you think about this?" At first glance, it might seem random, but there's a reason why people keep coming to you. It's not just about how much you know, it's about the energy you carry. Truly attractive men radiate certainty. They're grounded, confident, and unshakable, which makes others feel like their opinions carry weight. It's almost as if you see things others can't, and they trust you to guide them. Take Grandma, for instance. Over the years, I've become the go-to person in my family for advice. Whether it's helping my granddaughter pick out a dress for prom, or offering tips on how to handle a tricky coworker, people instinctively turn to me because they know I'll give them clarity. And it's not because I'm loud or pushy. It's because I exude calm confidence. When people ask you questions like, "Should I text her back?" or "Does this make sense?" They're not just looking for answers, they're seeking reassurance, guidance, and perspective. And when you provide that, you become more than just another voice in the room. You become the reference point, the person who helps others navigate life's uncertainties. Sign number 3. You notice subtle, lingering glances in mundane settings. The third sign is one that many people overlook. You catch subtle, lingering glances in mundane settings. Imagine this. You're standing in line at the grocery store, grabbing toothpaste, or waiting for your morning coffee. Nothing flashy, nothing extraordinary. But then, out of the corner of your eye, you notice someone staring at you for just a second too long. As soon as you catch them, they quickly look away, pretending they weren't watching. Sound familiar? If so, pay attention, because this isn't random. Attraction doesn't always announce itself with fireworks or fanfare. In real life, it's often quiet, calculated, and unspoken. Those lingering glances are the safe way for someone to admire you without risking rejection. They're not staring because you're flexing or showing off. They're staring because your presence alone commands attention. It's not about looking like a model or having a perfect jawline. It's about how you carry yourself. Are you calm, composed, and comfortable in your own skin? Do you project an air of quiet confidence that says, "I'm secure in who I am"? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. You've got magnetism. Grandma remembers a time when I was shopping for fabric at the local market. I wasn't dressed up or doing anything special, but I could feel someone's eyes on me. Sure enough, when I turned around, there was a young woman quickly averting her gaze. Later, she came up to me and complimented my scarf. But I knew it wasn't just the scarf she admired. It was the aura of self-assurance I carried with me. So the next time you catch someone stealing glances at you, don't dismiss it as coincidence. It's a sign that your energy is drawing people in, even in the most ordinary moments. Sign number 4. Those around you remember tiny details about you, unprompted. Have you ever casually mentioned that you prefer your coffee black, only for someone to hand you a perfectly brewed cup weeks later? Or joked about hating pineapple on pizza, only to find the topping mysteriously disappearing every time you're around? These aren't just acts of kindness. They're signs of deep impression. When you leave a lasting impact on someone, they hold onto memories of you longer than usual. It's not just about what you say. It's about how you make people feel. Highly attractive individuals anchor moments, turning ordinary interactions into unforgettable experiences. For example, I once had a neighbor who remembered that I loved lavender-scented candles. Months later, she showed up at my doorstep with a gift basket filled with lavender goodies. She said, "I don't know why, but I just couldn't forget how much you loved it." That's the power of leaving a mark on someone's mind. If people around you consistently remember small details about your preferences, habits, or quirks, take it as a sign that you're magnetic. They're not just remembering facts, they're connecting with you on a deeper level. Sign number 5. Others often trust you with personal stories or secrets. The 5th sign is one that speaks volumes about your character. Others trust you with personal stories or secrets. Maybe you're standing in line at the post office, and a stranger starts telling you about their recent breakup. Or perhaps you're at a party, and within minutes, someone shares childhood memories, as if you've known each other for years. This kind of vulnerability doesn't happen with just anyone. When people feel safe around you, they open up. Emotional safety is one of the most underrated, yet deeply attractive qualities a person can have. Anyone can look good on the surface, but creating a space where others feel comfortable sharing their inner world, that's rare. Grandma has had countless conversations like this over the years. From listening to a friend vent about a bad day to hearing a stranger pour out their heart on a park bench, I've learned that empathy and understanding go a long way. When you listen without judgment and offer a calm, supportive presence, people can't help but feel drawn to you. This connection builds intimacy, even if neither party realizes it. So, if you find yourself becoming everyone's confidant, it's not random. It's because your presence feels like home. Sign number 6. Your calm presence diffuses tense situations quickly. Imagine walking into a room where tensions are running high, voices are raised, arguments are escalating, and the atmosphere feels suffocating. But then you speak, or simply stand there, and somehow the storm begins to settle. This isn't luck, it's gravity. Highly attractive men bring balance wherever they go. Their calm energy acts as an emotional thermostat, lowering the temperature in any room. People instinctively adjust their behavior in response to your stability, even if they don't fully understand why. I recall a family gathering years ago where tensions flared between two relatives. Everyone was on edge, unsure of how to de-escalate the situation. Then my late husband stepped in, not with words, but with his steady demeanor. Within minutes, the tension dissolved, and the conversation shifted to lighter topics. His presence alone was enough to restore harmony. If your stillness can calm storms, you're not just a leader, you're practicing quiet seduction. This ability to create peace is incredibly desirable, and it's one of the hallmarks of a truly attractive man. Sign number 7. Invitations to social events come your way without you asking. You didn't plan anything, you weren't fishing for an invite, and yet somehow you're always on the list. Whether it's a weekend trip, a dinner party, or a casual hangout, people want you there. Why does this happen? Because when you're truly attractive, not just in appearance, but in essence, your presence becomes a social asset. People feel better, cooler, and more alive simply by having you around. You don't need to be the center of attention or the life of the party. Just being yourself adds value to the space, and people sense that. Years ago, I was invited to a book club meeting, despite not knowing anyone in the group. The host later told me, "We wanted you there because you have this calming presence that makes everyone feel welcome." It wasn't about what I said or did. It was about the energy I brought. If you're the kind of guy people want in the room without you even asking, you're not just liked, you're quietly admired. Bonus point: people assume you're already taken. As a bonus, here's one last telltale sign. People assume you're already taken, even when you're not. You walk into a room, and no one flirts directly, not because they're not interested, but because they assume someone else got to you first. Someone casually remarks, "Wait, you're single," as if it's impossible. This assumption stems from the quiet confidence you exude. Attractive men don't chase validation, and that lack of neediness makes others believe you must already be in demand. It creates intrigue and curiosity, pulling people in while keeping them slightly cautious. And there you have it, 7 surprising signs, plus a bonus, that you're a highly attractive man. These traits aren't about external appearances. They're about the energy you project, the connections you build, and the impact you leave on those around you. Thank you for tuning in to Grandma's Vibes. If you enjoyed this deep dive into attraction, hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder of their own unique charm. You never know whose day you might brighten. Until next time, stay golden, and remember, true attractiveness comes from within.